Hello, Claire. My name is Sean Everett. I am the website analysis expert over at Zucor Marketing. Thank you so much for talking with Eric. He gave me your website for some analysis, so here we go. Beautiful website, by the way. This drone footage is really cool. The way that you highlight these beautiful tiled roofs, and the whole website is interactive. It's got a bunch of great graphics and great photos. But I'm not really here for the aesthetic part of it because a beautiful website is sort of like a beautiful car. If you pull up next to somebody and say, hey, you want to ride? They'll go, yeah, let me get in. And that's exactly what they're going to do here. They're going to start clicking, go into the site. Now, I am more interested in the mechanics of your site because the mechanics, what's inside your site, will actually determine if people go to it or not. Now, I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that. That's kind of a weird statement, I'm sure, but let me show you what I'm talking about. When I analyze a site, the first thing I do is I go to this paid tool. It's called Ahrefs, and it gives me a good view of the metrics of your site, how your site is operating, how it is behaving. And now the next thing I do is I go and I do a Google search for Austin, Texas roofer in this case. And I'm going to need to explain a little bit about how Google works in order for you to follow along with me on this next one. Maybe you already know, most people don't. The Google algorithm it is responsible for every placement of a result on a Google search page. Now, the only exception to that is when somebody has paid to be there, which these folks have done, and these folks have done. They call it sponsored at Google because it sounds more like helping out the Girl Scouts than it does we paid to get up here. Now, right after that, we have what we call the map pack, so-called because, guess what? They're attached to this map, and we're not very creative naming our little areas of web pages. So these folks got there by filling out a Google business profile. Yeah, it's not rocket science. You could go to Google and fill out your own business profile right now. Maybe you already have. It's just going to ask you a bunch of questions like a Facebook profile, what year you started your business, and it's going to ask you to make sure that you own the site that you're talking about, a bunch of other things like that. Now, the ultimate goal is to get up here in the map pack because the closer you are to the top of a search, the better it is for your company. And I'm going to get into those numbers in a minute. Now, right underneath the map pack, we have what we call the organic search results. And these are ones that are completely and wholly determined by the what the Google algorithm is looking for from your website. Now, the algorithm is known. It's not like a secret. It's something that those of us in my industry know what it's looking for. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to refer to Austin Longhorn Roofing as your Google competitor for the sake of this. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and I'm going to copy and paste into this word counter. There we go. You have, oh no, that's not right. Said you had 2 words. I could see that there was more than that. Here we go. Try it again. There we go. You have 492 words in your website on your home page. That's not bad. Let me show you what Austin Roofing has. Austin Longhorn Roofing. Copy. Come on, do it this time. There we go. 1,256 words. Now, I'm going to tell you that the Google algorithm is a mathematical construct, so more wins. That's all there is to it. It's a numerical winning. They have 1,256 to your 492. They win in this little foot race that Google created for their own enjoyment. But I'll tell you something, that Google actually wants you to have 1,500 words on your web page. So you're about 1,100 words shy. And you want to beat your competitor at the very least. But here's the thing, all words are not equal. And let me show you what I'm talking about. You have 887 keywords on your Wilson Roofing website. That's this paid tool that I was talking about before. Now, that's a pretty good number. Most people who are in business have somewhere between, say, 12 and, 300. But you have exceeded that by a lot, and that's great. Keywords are words that should be on your page, or at least Google expects to be on your page because of the industry you're in. Google goes, when you do a search like this, and it looks at every single website that comes below it, it takes all of the words out of those websites and it counts them and sees which one appears most, second most, third most, and so on. Now those become the keywords, and in other words, the words that Google expects your site to have on them. There's an infinite number of those, and an infinite number of like phrases and things that could be there. So even though I'm going to tell you 887 is good, here's what Austin Longhorn has. 1,800. So they beat you by 1,000. Again, it's just a numbers game. They win by 1,000. Now, I'm going to show you what their keywords are. If I can here. Here we go. Organic keywords. I guess I didn't click on that before. Here we go. Austin Longhorn Roofing. Organic keywords. Austin Roofing Repair. Austin Roofing Companies. And I'm going to show you this. Like, it'll say Austin Roofing Companies and Austin Roofing Company. And that's because the algorithm doesn't know the difference between singular and plural. It has no reasoning ability. It has no thought pattern. It just is looking for raw data, whether it's there or whether it's not there. And what that comes down to is this. If I was your web designer and I wanted to play a joke on you, I could hide somewhere in your site the phrase gorillas love bananas. And, somebody who is Googling that in Alaska will come up with your website on that search, and they'll say, why is this roofer from Austin on this search that I'm doing about gorillas and bananas? And, well, the reason is because it's on your website. Now, the inverse is also true. If it is not on your website, you won't come up. So all of these missing 1,000 keywords have to do with gutters, have to do with insulation, have to do with the communities around you, all of the communities that you serve. It could be any number of things that could be on your website and should be on your website. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is your backlinks. Now, a backlink is where your site appears on their site. So sites like Yelp, for instance. Now, you have 3,100 backlinks. Let's see what they have. They have 1,400, which goes to show you how much more important keywords are. Now, you win in that race, but it could be because of this, that they have a lot of well-rated sites that they are on. And the backlink is sort of like Google saying, oh, well, if a lot of people are talking about you, you must be important. That's exactly the way that the Google algorithm looks at it. They look at all of the other sites that have a reference back to your site, and then they say, oh, well, this must be important. Now, you would be more important, except that you need higher rated sites that you're listed on. For instance, anything that is, say, 60 or above, you would want to be on. Expertise.com, Yellow Pages, Super Pages, you're probably on those. But get more up in the 90s, because that will make all the difference in terms of your placement in a Google search. Now, what it comes down to is this. Your 887 keywords, your 3,100 backlinks have led you to have 2,400 clicks in the last month for your site. Now, that is up 425 from the month before. Now, the value of that, according to this tool, is about 26.2K, $26,000 per click in your region. That's what they figure it's worth. Here's what Austin Longhorn has, 3,800. They figure the value of that is $41,700. That's a pretty good jump, and something that you could achieve quite easily by just messing around with, making a few tweaks to the inside of your website, to the way that things are referred to in there, the way that the paragraphs are written, the way that the photographs are shown. All of that stuff is important. Now, let me show you this. This is your website again, and it shows your beautiful roofing, and I'm going to assume that is something that you would rather continue to be doing than digging around in the belly of your website trying to get your Google search results higher than they are. I've given you 3 things that you can do. You're getting on the Google business profile, getting better keywords, and getting better backlinks. That will improve your standing here. Oh, there you are. Look, you're not that far down. But look at what that difference made. That number one spot is really worthwhile. So if you would rather spend more time roofing than digging around on your website, please give Eric a call. He would be glad to help you out, show you, and guide you through the next steps. I hope I have been helpful to you. You have a great rest of your day.